This is the High School Crossfire. Welcome back.
Muchibi Calvin, St. Joseph Senior Secondary School, Nagalama. Ladies and gentlemen, it is quite laughable due to the fact that our dear negators have come here today and seem to agree with us on our cause. Our dear negators have come out and are on a sing-song of students lack jobs. Students lack jobs. They have clearly not stipulated students lack jobs. Well, these students lack jobs because these schools are commercializing education. These students lack jobs because the schools are not concentrating on the goal by which they were interested by the parents of these students. These students' parents brought them at school to learn such that they can become job creators, as they say, or job seekers. But as defined by my first farmer, a job is an avenue where you can earn income regularly. And since you can earn income regularly, whether you're employed or unemployed, it does not matter whether you're a job creator or a job seeker, as long as you have a job that can be sustained. Ladies and gentlemen, also on the same cause, our dear negators have come here today and have blabbered a lot of spurious information with no source of information. Where do they get this information they are telling us? Are they getting it from somewhere we do not know? We clearly do not know this source of information. Our dear negators have come here and clearly they haven't noted the parameter. Our dear August House today. My first farmer came here today, ladies and gentlemen, and clearly stipulated that we are concentrating on professional jobs. We are not concentrating on any avenue that's going to give a student an odd job. We are giving these students professional jobs, and this can only be done in the universities, which is the highest center of education. Therefore, our dear negators ought to correct whatsoever avenue they are using. Ladies and gentlemen, furthermore, the negators have come here and clearly given all their information. Granted.
Thank you. You know that.
You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, our dear negators have come here today and given all this information with no house. Who is going to implement everything they have put in place? There is no avenue through which they are going to implement whatever they have put in place. There is no avenue, whether which they are talking about job creation or job seeking. There is no avenue. Whereas us as their farmers have stipulated that with the parliament as the lawmaking body, ladies and gentlemen, with the parliament as the lawmaking body in Uganda, we are going to amend the University and Tertiary Institutions Act. One day, and punish those universities that are defaulting all these rules and regulations. Two, we are going to effectively punish them and after that amend these laws such that these universities can better prepare these students for jobs. As stated by my second farmer, universities have gone on to create very many admissions, and these admissions are crippling the lecturer's ability of teaching the students. There is a very obnoxious lecturer to student ratio. Ladies and gentlemen, this cannot be tolerated. Therefore, us as farmers, we have clearly come, and through the parliament, the lawmaking body, we are going to amend the University and Tertiary Institutions Act. We are going to make sure that these universities concentrate on preparing these students for jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, furthermore, as stated by my second farmer, the universities are majorly concentrating on teaching these students theory work. 45% hours minimum, as opposed to 15 hours % minimum for practical subjects. Furthermore, shows us that if we adopt this work plan of amending these laws, ladies and gentlemen, and our dear judges, if we amend these laws, we are going to make sure that more and more time is dedicated to teaching these students practical work, such that they can be churned out into the job sector as students that can sustain themselves in a job. Thank you. I rest my case.
Nashtene Patricia Ruth, Exodus College School. Resolved, this House believes that schools should focus on preparing students for jobs. As with the negators, we came here and we told you that we believe that the jobs are there because according to www.google.com, 87% of graduates can't find jobs. That means they are ready. These people believe they are qualified. We believe that the universities have done they have done their part. It is then we, as which it should be the graduates. It should be this. It should just change. Then we resort to creating jobs because we believe that if we go back to universities, first of all, the farmers have come here and they have told us that the universities they are going to allocate time for the first farmer came and told us that they are going to allocate time for both practical and then theory. But I would like to tell you that this is not going to work anywhere. We believe that we are supposed to just create jobs. We have to just take the step forward. The jobs are already in place. The jobs are already, these people are already prepared. These people are hunting for jobs. That means the problem is not with the qualifications of these people. It's not with the education status of these people. The problem are jobs. These people are going out. We are looking at the Ugandans are going out. You do know that most of the Ugandans go out to search for jobs, to hunt for jobs in outside countries. That means that we have no jobs here. So we should create instead jobs instead of preparing these people for jobs. We are just doing double work. We should just take a step forward. Believe that these people are prepared for jobs. We need only jobs so that we can make our Uganda a better country. Allowed.
Point of information.
Allowed.
Who are you?
I am a Ugandan. And I believe that I would like to continue saying that we as the negators, we have come here to make Uganda move from one level to the other. We believe that if we create jobs, this is going to we are going to eliminate poverty, we are going to encourage employment opportunities. Remember, if we create jobs, this thing of job seeking, we believe it's not going to appear anywhere. But you continue preparing these people. These people are prepared. They only just need areas of practicals. They only just need where they can work. They also came here and they told us that it doesn't matter whether you have a job or you are a creator, as long as you are benefiting or you are having a job. But it matters. I believe that if I create my job, it is mine. I believe it is going to last long. Then let me tell you, if you're saying you're preparing these people for jobs, that means you're preparing Ugandans to be job seekers. When are we going to stop being job seekers? Can't we take a step forward? Can't we make a change in Uganda? We believe that we can make a change in Uganda and we create jobs. These people are just confused. They are coming here to prepare people for jobs. People are prepared. People are confident of what they are supposed to do because 87% of these people, they are searching for jobs. They are hunting for jobs. That means the job is the problem. We believe that if we create jobs, it is the better way to take. It is the better path to take. They also came here that they are looking at the professional. They are looking at the professional jobs. I would like to tell them, according to www.google.com, that 500 doctors every year. The universities produce 500 doctors every year. The unfortunate thing is that they decide to leave the country for better paying jobs. That means you people will lack jobs. You people we should learn. We should think of what is taking place in Uganda. Let us look what is on the ground. We believe that you people, we are prepared. These 500 doctors, and they are all going out. The labor is just taken out. What of Uganda? Don't you think that we can create the best job? Don't you think that we can make the best Uganda? They also came here and they told us that I would like to conclude by saying that it is better to take the best path. Let them, they are farmers, liars, but let us cross to the negative side. I raise my case.
Judges, I'm Lieutenant Joshua from Exodus College School. This house believes that schools should focus on preparing students for jobs. One day, one great man in history, Abraham Lincoln, said, "In the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life." So I assure you that in 3 minutes after now, I will show you that what counts is not what they say, but what counts is what we have to put in place to make a better Uganda today. Straight to the case of cross-examination. Honorable. Yes. Is Uganda affected by unemployment? Yes. It is affected by unemployment? Yes. So, are you ready to train people for jobs which don't exist? Sustainability is the matter. Are you ready to train people for jobs that do not exist? Sustainability is the matter. Honorable, I want a yes or no. Are you ready to train people for jobs which don't exist? I aware that Uganda is the most entrepreneurial country in Africa. I would love to inform you that it is estimated in a ratio that we have in Uganda that if they produce 400 students or graduates. It is estimated that there are only 8 to 1 job. That means every graduate, every one job should be covered by around 8 graduates, which shows that there are no jobs in Uganda. They are just telling us that jobs are available and they are ready to prepare people when jobs don't exist. So we say what we need is job creation. Do you know how many people join the job market every year?
Over 400 people join the job market.
Do you know how many? Sorry, there are 700,000 people who join the job market every year. So, Honorable, I want to ask you, how many jobs do you have? How many jobs do you have to give all these people, all these people who graduates, all the 4,000 population of graduates who graduates from all the universities in Uganda?
My dear Negeta, are you aware?
How many jobs do you have?
Are you aware that job creation and
Honorable,
people?
How many jobs do you have was the question.
Are you aware that job creation and
Honorable,
also
thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Because we see that we have very few jobs. They don't know that they have few jobs, so they came here when they don't know the number of jobs they are having in their country. But they are telling us that they are preparing people for jobs. This is not actually true. We need job creation in our country, and that is the only way to go. Honorable, do we need jobs in Uganda?
We do need jobs.
Do we need jobs in Uganda?
We do need jobs.
Should we create jobs?
Yes.
Should we create jobs?
Yes.
Then if you're saying we should create jobs, why don't we focus on creation of jobs rather than why don't we focus on creation of jobs rather than preparing these people for what you're saying, that jobs, that we prepare them for jobs which don't exist, we rather prepare them for the jobs, for the job creation instead of preparing them for the jobs which don't exist. In our conclusion, according to we as the negators, we say that what we need is to bring job preparation, and job creation together. But more of job creation, quote me right, but more of job creation than job preparation, because we say a mere curriculum reform in Uganda isn't enough for us to have a better Uganda today. What is enough is for us to change our curriculum and put it into action and make what we call job creation. Job creation is all brought about by technical schools, and technical institutes is the way to go. So we believe and we know that job creation is the only way to go. Thank you very much. We rest our case.
Basura Jackson, St. Joseph's SSS Nagarama. My dear House and our dear judges, not here to discuss job creation. Neither are we here to discuss how many jobs we have in Uganda, but we're here to discuss how are we going to prepare our students for jobs. And how are these students going to sustain these jobs? Even if they get jobs and they're not able to sustain them, they will not be worth the jobs. They won't stay there for long. They will eventually leave the jobs and leave them unemployed. My dear Negeta, do you have a house? Do you have a house?
Yes.
What is your house?
We are negative.
Pardon?
Our house, we are talking to Ugandans.
My dear House, how do the negators assure us that a mere Ugandan, a civilian, is going to implement their work plan of creating jobs? Really, really disappointed. My dear negator, are you aware that employing people and job creation is a job?
No.
We are very, very, very disappointed that you come over and argue over things you also have no idea about. For your information, creating jobs and employing people is a job.
They're different things.
My dear House, I'd like to ask my dear negator, do you believe that graduates consist in the unemployment people in Uganda?
Yes.
Who is responsible to preparing these students for jobs?
The universities.
Thank you very much. My dear ladies and gentlemen, our dear negators agree with us and confirm that the universities should prepare these students for jobs rather than creating them jobs. They come to us and tell us fallacies that the Ugandans, civilians, are going to create jobs. How? They have no idea about this. We are really disappointed that we came for an argument, but it had regarded into a discussion because our dear negators are also confirming to us they are farmers by saying we should consist on job creation, yet job creation is also a job. My dear negators, are you aware that 63% of unemployed graduates lost their jobs due to incompetence?
Yes.
Thank you very much. This shows us directly that all these students that lost their jobs are incompetent, and it's the university, as you stated, that is responsible for preparing these students for these jobs. My dear negator, are you aware that we are discussing about professional jobs?
We are discussing about jobs.
Our house, and if you are, our house was the parliament, and we talked about professional jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, we as their farmers clearly note that the negator's argument is baseless and waterless. Coming here to tell us fallacies about job creation, and tell us only fallacies and have no house for their argument. As their farmers, we agree that we should prepare these students not only for the jobs, but also sustain these jobs. We should prepare these students to sustain their jobs, since we are preparing for professional jobs, and it is the universities that prepare students for professional jobs. With that, I raise my case.
This is the High School Crossfire. We'll be back in a minute.